because of COVID-19. Apple, one of the world's biggest companies, is closing all of its stores outside of China for the next 2 weeks. The Chinese locations just recently reopened. Some of Apple's stores are in malls that are already planning to stay open for shorter stretches. Cadillac Fairview's malls, which include Toronto's Eaton Centre and Vancouver's Pacific Centre, will be open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. starting Monday. Those hours will be in place for the next 2 weeks. And for the first time in its history, Mirvish Productions has suspended performances at all of its Toronto theaters until April 12th. Shows such as Hamilton and Come From Away are canceled.
We're not upset, we're disappointed, but we're not, it wasn't totally unexpected at the same time, just with what's going on everywhere.
And Vail Resorts is shutting down its North American properties until March 22nd, including Canada's largest ski resort, Whistler Blackcomb. And the sports world continues to shut down marquee events. Canoe Kayak Canada has announced it has canceled its upcoming Olympic and Paralympic team trials because of COVID-19. The men's curling championship in Glasgow, Scotland followed suit this morning, pulling the plug to prevent the spread of the virus. Good news for the Toronto Raptors as the entire team tested negative after playing the Utah Jazz, which had the NBA's first positive case. Online retailers are cracking down on resellers who turn panic into profit by buying up supplies and selling them at inflated prices. Amazon said today, "We are disappointed that bad actors are attempting to artificially raise prices on basic need products during a global health crisis, and in line with our long-standing policy, have recently blocked or removed hundreds of thousands of offers." Shoppers stocked up again today, lining up before stores opened. Inside lines snaked through the aisles, and shelves were picked clean.
I've never seen anything like it.
It was crazy.
Health officials are calling for calm and say hoarding is not necessary. And joining me for more on this is Dr. Abdu Sharkawi, an infectious disease specialist with the University Health Network. Thanks for being with us again tonight. A lot of people getting out and getting what they think they need, the wipes, the sanitizer. What's your advice on what they really need?
I think they need calm, and I think that they need to be somewhat more minimizing in terms of what they should be getting, simplifying their lives. I think that if you can get something that's going to last you a while, by frozen foods, canned foods, that sort of thing, that's what you should be getting. Try not to get anything else and spend more time in a crowded public place with other people than you need to.
All right. Well, certainly we are going to be spending a lot more time at home. How does that help you? How does it help the medical community when it comes to people staying home right now?
Well, it's a tremendous benefit because we hope that what we're doing through social distancing and some of these other measures, that we are reducing the transmission that can happen by people being in close contact. And we saw the lessons learned from Italy where this was not done until there was a critical mass of people that had not been tested early enough and had become symptomatic before the government recognized this, and it became a catastrophe, and it remains one. And we do not want to find ourselves in that sort of predicament in Canada. We have an opportunity to be proactive about this, where everyone can play their part and reduce the problem and hopefully minimize the burden of disease that we ultimately face.
All right, so some of us will be spending more time at home. Of course, you're going to be quite busy, and the medical industry is going to be very busy, and yet these are the same healthcare workers that have to deal with things like school closures. So what does that mean?
I think it puts a big strain on all of us. I mean, I've got 3 young children that are at home. They're having a difficult time coping with the fact that they can't go out and do a whole lot, and I think I identify with the same sort of situation a lot of us have to identify with through this challenge. For us as medical professionals, I think it's doubly difficult because we can't really work from home. We have to be in the hospital. But I think it serves to illustrate the problem that we really have to do more with less, and I think we all have to sacrifice a bit more to get through this.
All right, well, some long days ahead, Doctor. We appreciate your time as always. Still ahead, free at last, a Canadian hostage and her boyfriend found alive in Mali after being kidnapped in West Africa.